The following is a review of specific questions from the Principles of Cardiac Sonography 1 end of semester written exam. The questions reviewed are those that proved to be most difficult. First, some multiple choice questions. Question 2 asked, a heart rhythm where some P waves fail to conduct to the ventricle is what? Second degree AV block, like shown at the bottom of this slide, is the one kind of rhythm among the possible answers where some P waves fail to conduct to the ventricles. In question 4, the best answer related to lateral resolution was required. Lateral resolution, as shown in the image on the screen, varies with depth. In this image you can see that the lateral smearing is greater at a greater depth. In question 13, an answer about how the aorta and pulmonary artery are positioned as they ascend from the pericardium was required. The aortic valve is the most central heart valve. The pulmonary valve is anterior to it. As the aorta and pulmonary artery ascend from the heart and pericardium, the pulmonary artery is anterior to the ascending aorta. Question 15 asked, which of the following statements, more than one, about cardiac endocardium are true? The correct answers: the endocardium includes simple squamous cells and the endocardium helps prevent blood clots within the heart. Some short answer questions. Question 5 asked, list the 3 colour Doppler parameters that the ultrasound machine measures for each sample volume. Indicate which of these determines the colour displayed at the corresponding point in a conventional colour Doppler image. Well, in order to display blood flow with colour, the ultrasound machine displays the following at each sample volume along each line of sight: the mean or average Doppler shift, which determines the colour displayed; the variance, a measure of the variation in Doppler signal frequencies, which is shown to be active on the image below; and also, thirdly, power, which is a measure of signal strength. Question 7 asked for a definition and description of the rhythm displayed. Many of you correctly answered atrial fibrillation. However, many of you also indicated that it was due to a lack of P waves. In fact, with atrial fibrillation there are P waves, however, they are very disorganized. As such, many only received part marks. And finally, a long answer question. The long answer question most people struggled with was question 1, which required a labelled diagram to show the following: how electrical events precede mechanical events in the heart, how the rise and fall of ventricular pressures during systole and diastole occur, and aortic and mitral valve opening and closure during systole and diastole. While a diagram something like the one displayed here could have been used, that is, a diagram with waveforms to show electrical and mechanical activities, ventricular pressure, and aortic and mitral valve opening times, all relative of course the pressure changes and the ECG. This graph shows the distribution of grades among the 25 students who completed the exam. The average mark was 40 out of 65, the highest mark 54 and the lowest 33.